Ready? 3, 2, 1.
Sorry, don't call me 'cause I'm gonna be on break. Sunny day, make way. All the stress and doubt, yeah, not today.
Hello everyone. Today I will explain Nahida, showcase, builds, teams, tips, and tricks to full damage. We will start with elemental skill, all schemes to know. Her elemental skill can target up to 8 opponents and deal AoE dendro damage. When holding E, she will be in aiming mode and your interruption will be increased. Last up to 5 seconds, then release automatically. The maximum number of enemies you can select is 8. Each opponent marked by her elemental skill is linked to other opponents. When you trigger elemental reactions like Bloom, Spread, Hyper Bloom, or Burgeon, she will do damage for all marked opponents every 2.5 seconds. Her damage is based on her attack and elemental mastery. Her elemental burst, Illusory Heart. She will unleash the Shrine of Maya field, and the following bonuses will be based on the elemental type of the party. When Nahida or anyone from the party is inside the field, you will get next effects. First, if you have a Pyro character on your party, the damage dealt by elemental skill on holding state, Trikarma, will be increased. 1 Pyro character 25.3%, and 2 characters will be 37.9%. Second, if you have an Electro character on your party, your Trikarma interval time will be decreased for 1 character by 0.42 seconds, and 2 characters by 0.63 seconds. So, if you use 2 Electro characters, your damage from Trikarma will happen every 1.87 seconds. Finally, if you have a Hydro character in your party, your ultimate will be extended for 1 character by 5.68 seconds, and 2 characters will be 8.53 seconds. So your burst duration is 15 seconds. If you have 2 Hydro characters, you will get around 24 seconds, and the cooldown for ultimate is 13.5 seconds with energy cost 50. When unleashing Illusory, the elemental mastery of the active character will increase by 25% based on the maximum character that has elemental mastery in your party. You can gain maximum 250 elemental mastery. As we can see here, Nahida EM 362, so if you unleash elemental burst, your elemental mastery will be increased to 594. Because my maximum EM on my Kuki is 923, so Nahida will take 25% from this number to be 231 EM. If Nahida leaves the field and Kuki enters the field, the elemental mastery for Kuki will increase to 231. So remember, the buff will go only for the character on the field. Passive 2. Each point of Nahida elemental mastery above 200 EM will increase Trikarma critical rate by 0.03% and balance damage by 0.1%. You can get a maximum crit rate 24% and balance damage by 80%. Passive 3. Nahida can interact with harvestable items using Hold E. Nahida constellations. I will not explain all constellations, just I will explain C1 and C2. These 2 constellations are amazing for her and your party. C1. When the Shrine of Maya is unleashed, the elemental types will add 1 for each element as Pyro, Electro, and Hydro. C2. Everyone in Genshin seeks to open C2 Nahida. We all know that the Hyper Bloom or Burgeon didn't depend on critical rate or damage. So when you open this constellation, you have a chance to get 100% critical damage by 20%. This is good damage. By the way, the second broken buff is within 8 seconds. You will decrease death 30% for each opponent marked by elemental skill. This constellation depends on your elemental skill E. For your information, this buff is not like Raiden buff, it is different. This is called def reduction. but the Raiden buff is called Def Ignore like Yaoyao C6. F2P Team. My F2P team is Nahida, Xiao, Traveler Dendro, and Kuki. My Hyper Bloom team. The full team damage is from Hyper Bloom reactions. So you have to build Kuki with full EM. You can use one of these two weapons for Kuki. You can use full set from Paradise or Gilded for Kuki. The difference between Paradise and Gilded is around 11% for Paradise. When you reach full stack 140% damage for transformative reactions. The second team is Tagnari Spread. You can use Nahida as a buff for Tagnari. Kuki and Fiscal will be 2 Electro units. Using Deepwood Artifact on Nahida to decrease opponent by 30% for Dendro damage. Third team Alhatham Hyper Bloom. This team is a meta team with Xiao and Kuki as a healer and Hyper Bloom reaction. You can use Yelan in this team and play Quick Bloom. The difference is less Hydro from Yelan. Nilo Bloom team. In this team I use Kokomi, Nilo, Kali, and Nahida. Nahida will most likely be using Deepwood scaling with EM, since she's going to be the common denominator in any Dendro teams, besides just Nilo Bloom, and I don't see anyone else being a better holder for it. Nilo uses 2 Tenacity plus 2 EM or Hydro percent with full HP percent stat. HP percent boosts your whole team Bloom damage, while the Paradise only boosts Nilo's Bloom. Let's talk about weapons. Number 1. 8,000 Floating Dreams. Though not a huge damage increase compared to other 5 stars and cheaper options. Provides lots of EM and damage bonus for Nahida, in addition to a bit of EM for the team. Number 2. Kagura's Verity. While on field, she can easily obtain full stacks going into the second rotation with her short skill cooldown. You can use Mappa Mar, Solar Pearl, Sacrificial Fragments, or Width. Nahida Artifacts. You have to play Sand as EM with critical rate and damage as sub-stats. And Goblet is Dendro damage bounds. Finally, your Circlet is Rada or damage based on your stats. Each piece should have at least some EM, rate and damage as sub-stats. The best artifacts for her is Deepwood or Gilded Dream. You can play Nahida full EM for reaction damage. You can subscribe me, I will compare full EM and sub DPS Nahida in coming videos.
When I woke up, I was riding in the flower carriage. I just had a dream. I dreamed it was my birthday. In the dream, the Knight of Flowers and his retainers found me. Oh, Archon, we finally found you. The people can't wait to meet you. The Sub-Zero's festival began, and everyone smiled as they gathered around me. Finally, I got back on the carriage and waved goodbye. When I woke up, I was riding in a flower carriage. It was my birthday.